Have you ever wondered whether miracles truly exist in our world today? This question has been the subject of contemplation and debate for centuries. The concept of miracles, much like the concept of faith, is deeply personal and subjective. It varies from person to person, culture to culture, and belief to belief. A miracle, as traditionally understood, is a supernatural event that defies the laws of nature, an extraordinary act performed by a divine power. But let's broaden our perspective a little. Miracles aren't just about water turning into wine or a parting sea. They're also about the mundane yet wondrous events that occur daily in our lives. Think about the last time you experienced a moment of awe. Perhaps it was a striking sunset that painted the sky in hues of gold and purple. Or perhaps it was a random act of kindness from a stranger on a day when you were feeling low. Or maybe it was the unanticipated recovery of a loved one from a seemingly incurable disease. Aren't these miracles too? Miracles are not necessarily grandiose. They can be small, personal, and subtle. They are instances that inspire awe, gratitude, and a sense of wonder. They are moments that remind us of the beauty and mystery of life, moments that touch our hearts and lift our spirits. But here's the catch: to witness miracles, one needs faith. Not necessarily religious faith, but faith in the broader sense. Faith in life, in goodness, in the potential of the human spirit. It's through this faith that we begin to see the miraculous in the everyday. So, are miracles real? The answer depends on how you choose to view the world. If you choose to see the world through a lens of awe and wonder, if you choose to believe in the goodness of life, then yes, miracles are indeed real. And they are everywhere. In the next few minutes, let's explore some personal stories that might make you reconsider your stance on miracles. Consider the story of John, who was diagnosed with a terminal illness and given only a few months to live. Life, as he knew it, came to a standstill. He stared into the abyss of the finite, his dreams, desires, and ambitions all seemingly reduced to the ticking of a clock. Yet, in the face of this daunting prognosis, John did something extraordinary. He chose to live. Not just in the biological sense, but truly live, embracing every moment with a newfound appreciation. John's days became a testament to the human spirit and its ability to rise above adversity. Where there was despair, he found hope. Where there was sorrow, he found joy. And where there was fear, he found courage. Each breath he took became a proclamation of resilience, every heartbeat a symphony of survival. To the world he was a medical anomaly, a statistical outlier who defied the odds. But to those who knew him, he was simply John, a man who loved and lived with an intensity that was nothing short of miraculous. His life became a celebration of the everyday, the warmth of the morning sun, the laughter of his children, the love in his wife's eyes. Each moment was cherished, each second savored. The mundane became magical, the ordinary extraordinary. And in doing so, John lived for several more years. Years filled with love, laughter, and life. Years that weren't just measured in time, but in moments, in memories. John's story is not just about defying medical expectations, it's about the power of hope, the strength of the human spirit, and the profound beauty of life. It's about the miracle of life. John's story reminds us that every moment of life can be a miracle in itself. Now let's turn to Maria, who found love when she least expected it. Maria was a woman of strength and resilience. She had weathered many storms in her life, finding solace in her solitude. She wasn't looking for love. It was the furthest thing from her mind. But as we all know, love has a funny way of showing up when we least expect it. One day on a dreary afternoon, Maria met John. John was a widower, a man carrying the weight of his past, yet his eyes held a spark of hope. They met under the most unlikely of circumstances, in a small bookstore, both reaching for the same worn-out copy of a poetry book. It was a scene straight out of a movie, but for Maria and John, it was the beginning of their real-life love story. Their relationship blossomed against all odds. John, with his past, and Maria, with her walls, found solace in each other. They found a love that was healing, a love that was kind, a love that was patient. It was a love that neither of them had anticipated, but it was a love that felt incredibly right. Their story was not without struggles. They faced numerous challenges, from personal insecurities to societal pressures. But they held on to each other, weathering the storms together. They proved that love isn't just about the good times, it's about standing by each other through the trials and tribulations. Maria and John's love story is a testament to the miracles that can happen in our lives. Their love wasn't planned, it wasn't expected, but it was miraculous. It was a love that brought healing, hope, and happiness into their lives. Their story is a reminder that miracles aren't always grand gestures. Sometimes they are as simple as two people finding love in a small bookstore on a dreary afternoon. Miracles can often be found in the relationships we build and the love we share. And so, as we reflect on Maria and John's miraculous love story, we are reminded of the profound and beautiful miracle of love. Miracles can often be found in the relationships we build and the love we share. Next, we have the story of Alex, who turned his life around in a miraculous way. In the heart of the city, Alex was a name synonymous with trouble. His life was a whirlwind of crime, a path he had taken as a lost teenager seeking acceptance and power in the wrong places. He was caught in a cycle of choices that only led him deeper into darkness. But within him, unbeknownst to even himself, lay a spark waiting to be ignited. One fateful night, Alex found himself at the edge of a precipice. His actions had led to a moment of reckoning, a moment that could have ended in despair, but sometimes, the darkest hour is just before the dawn. In that moment, Alex made a choice to step away from the precipice, to turn his back on his past and step into the unknown. Alex's journey to redemption wasn't easy. Change rarely is. It took courage, perseverance, and a deep desire to be better, to do better. But each step he took away from his past, each choice he made towards a better future was a miracle in itself. His transformation was not just personal but also impacted those around him. He used his experiences to guide others away from the path he had once walked. He became a beacon of hope in his community, a testament to the power of change, the miracle of redemption. Alex's story is not a fairy tale. It's a story of real-life struggle, of the potential for change that lives within each of us. It's a story that shows us that no matter how far we may have strayed, there's always a chance for redemption. Through Alex we see the transformative power of redemption. We see that miracles aren't just grand events that happen to extraordinary people. They are the small, everyday choices we make that steer us towards a better path. They are the changes we embrace, the past we let go of, the future we strive for. Alex's story is a testament to the miracles that can occur when we choose a better path. As we've seen, miracles can take many forms in our lives. They aren't just grand, awe-inspiring events that defy the laws of nature. They're often subtle, personal, and deeply subjective experiences that touch our hearts and transform our spirits. We've explored the miracle of life, a marvel that goes beyond the physical realm. Each heartbeat, each breath we take reminds us of this ongoing miracle. It's the symphony of existence, the dance of life itself that unfolds every moment of every day, right under our noses. It's a miracle we participate in, one that we often take for granted. We've also delved into the miracle of love, a force as potent and transformative as any other. Love transcends the boundaries of our physical world and touches the very essence of our being. It's a miracle that can heal wounds, mend hearts, and bring us closer together. Love is a miracle that we can give and receive, a miracle that is as real as the air we breathe. We've discussed the miracle of redemption, the power we have to change, grow, and become better versions of ourselves. This miracle is a testament to our resilience, our capacity for forgiveness, and our unwavering hope. It's a miracle that we can find within ourselves, a miracle that can turn our lives around. As we move forward, let's not forget these miracles. Let's carry them in our hearts and minds, cherishing each moment as a potential miracle waiting to unfold. Let's open our eyes to the miracles in our everyday life, in the laughter of a child, in the beauty of a sunrise, in the comfort of a warm embrace. Miracles are not reserved for the chosen few. They're sprinkled throughout our lives, waiting to be discovered, waiting to be appreciated. Whether grand or subtle, each miracle is a precious gift, a reminder of the divine in the mundane. Remember, the miracle is not only in the extraordinary but also in the ordinary moments that bring joy, gratitude, and awe.